Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today we've got a lot to talk about because we got some Season 15 news, noteworthy things that just dropped earlier today. I'm recording this video a little after midnight here on the East Coast on Friday, technically now Saturday, but we're essentially 1 week away from Season 15 kicking off. For those who aren't in the know, Season 15 will start September 21st, and that is next Friday. At the same time it often does, so 5 p.m. Pacific for the Americas, 5 p.m. Central, European, Eastern, I don't know, man. You know what it is for your zone and region by this point, so go ahead and get ready for that, get hype. Hopefully you have your starting season routine down by now with snacks and such. As you know, Season 14 actually is still going on. By the time you see this video, it actually might be done because it does end this weekend, the Sunday. So make sure that by the 16th of September, you've gotten everything done that you need to get done for the season. We covered that in a previous video. What we have in front of us today, though, is the official theme for Season 15 and the confirmation of all the things that we've come to know and love as far as seasons go. Namely, getting your Conquests and what those are going to be, the official Haedrig's gifts and such. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get right into it because I'm sure you guys want to know. As you can see from this title here, the Season 15 theme is titled Boon of the Horrid Gem, and you're like, what the heck does that mean, the Horrid Gem? I know those guys, it's like Canaan stuff, right? What is that? So again, as mentioned, September 21st, start date, Season 15, get ready. Season themes, this is the second theme season. Last season, or technically this current season, Season 14, was the Season of Greed with the double goblins. So, you know, it was a community buff that was essentially prolonged for the entirety of the season, where when goblins appeared, except in certain circumstances, you would get double. So, you know, 2 treasure goblins instead of just the normal 1 in a regular rift, blood thieves, etc. For this season's theme, all Horadric Caches earned from bounties are going to be doubled. So yes, it's a double bounty seasonal theme essentially. This one was actually bandied about by the community quite a bit. Some people who were thinking up, you know, brainstorms on what the next seasonal theme could be, or even just new seasonal themes in general, what they'd like to see. I saw this in there a little bit, but I saw also some really interesting and creative and intriguing ideas. And it is, I have to say, a bit of a bummer that this is kind of where we're going with these. It seems that it will continue to maybe be, for the time being, community buffs that we've known from the past, just prolonged for the entirety of the season, when normally they've been a weekend or maybe, you know, a few days in the past. You know, it's better than nothing, that's for sure. That's the positive outlook here, and I think the effect that we'll see with this is that you might have better geared characters than you've ever had in the past, because you'll have a lot of opportunities to reforge stuff. There will certainly be a bottleneck that occurs with Forgotten Souls. Now more than ever, you're probably going to want, I was talking to Tuba Hero, one of the guys I've partied with in the past, you're going to be asking anyone in your party, like, hey, if you don't need legendaries, just drop those on the ground for me so I can get some more Forgotten Souls, you know? So it definitely will be a season of trying to get as many legendaries as possible so you can keep your reforging going. Maybe it means we'll see people who often dislike or hate bounties doing them more often. Maybe bounty groups will be easier to get. So it should have some impact on the season, but the thing I think that the community in general is a little disappointed by is that this doesn't really change in a significant way the way you would approach a season. We'd like something for a seasonal theme where you're actually being forced to make, you know, some different decision than you have in any previous season. In previous seasons, you've done bounties before. It's just that this season they're a little more lucrative. We want a season where maybe there's no opportunity to use a certain set, or only one set is available for each class, or double Rift Guardians occur and it changes the way that you approach your Greater Rift fights, especially when you're pushing. Like, we need something that I think reinvigorates the player base to, even if we're doing the same things we've always done, rifting, greater rifting, adventure mode, bounties, to just like have a different mindset when going into it. And I think this doesn't quite hit the mark there yet, but I'm hopeful that maybe future seasons can. So, you know, make sure you're heard. Make sure wherever you like to post, even in the comments here, I'd love to hear from you. If you have ideas on seasonal themes, or even how you feel about double bounties here, the Boon of the Horrid Gem seasonal theme for Season 15, just sound off and let me know kind of where you guys are at, because I've been having a few conversations today, like via Twitter, Discord, etc. And yeah, I don't know, it just seems like in general there's a bit of a lackluster opinion going around on this one. As far as the details on this, again, all this blog post, the official blog post, will be in the video description, so feel free to click on that if you want the exact details and everything. I'm not going to fully read through, but basically what this means as far as the theme goes is when you complete, you know, your bounty acts, you'll get not 1 but 2 Horadric Caches, so you get twice the rewards that would come out of a cache. There are some things to keep in mind. Bonus cache does benefit from difficulty levels, so it's basically like you just completed bounties twice. If you do it on T13, then the second cache is just as rewarding as, you know, the first one that you would normally get. The rewards inside are otherwise unaffected. Drop rates, amount of individual rewards have not been altered. Bonus cache that you earn from the challenge rift is actually different from a Horadric cache, so you will not get double challenge rift caches from this boon of the Horadrim. So that's something to keep in mind too, although obviously you should still do your challenge rifts, so maybe actually become less important, I don't know. But it's still free mats basically, so I would keep doing them. And then that's pretty much that. There are going to be some new cosmetic rewards, as there often are. There's no images here, which I found surprising, because usually they preview what it is that we'll see. But yeah, nothing to see as of yet, but I'm sure once the season actually goes live, you'll have people that rush through and will put up pictures of what the actual things are here. But you get your standard chest and glove of the Conqueror set, and then there will be new portrait frames. This one, they say, will be themed around the struggle of the eternal conflict. I don't know if this, I think we're out of ones that we've data mined and such, so these should all be like brand new ones that they're creating at this point. And then cosmetic pet collectors. Thought you could use a new hand, so Belphegor is eager to keep a grip on your coin as it accompanies you on your adventures across Sanctuary. So it sounds like we got maybe another hand type pet. There is one in the game right now. I think it's called The Hand, and I think someone said that that's a World of Warcraft reference from that one. So things to look out for if you like cosmetic rewards, new portrait frames, new pet coming with the Season 15 seasonal journey. For those who haven't gotten their stash tabs done yet, if you don't know by now, you should. If you complete up to the Conqueror tier of their seasonal journey, then you can unlock a stash tab for a total of 4 stash tabs unlocked that way from seasons, only 1 per season. So the grand total of the most stash tabs you can have would be 12. 6 naturally, 4 from doing seasons in the seasonal journey up to the Conqueror tier, and then 2 from buying the Rise of the Necromancer character pack. So if you need the details on how to unlock that, again, it's in this blog post and it will be in the video description. As far as conquests go for this coming season, there's some of the more grindy ones. We have Sprinter and Speed Racer, which is having to complete all 5 acts in under an hour. Often best done in a party, but actually has been proven to be doable solo. So, you know, challenge yourself with that one if you so choose. Avarice Avaricious is making another comeback, 50 million gold streak, very easy to do at this point. Really all you need is a Boon of the Hoarder and some density and you're good to go. Next up, boss mode, Worlds Apart. So this is the boss rush conquest, as we like to call it. Kill all the bosses in the game essentially under 20 minutes on Torment 10 difficulty at max level, at least Torment 10. This one's not bad at all, especially with the amazing power creep that we have. You can easily do this solo. It goes way faster in a group, especially if you're organizing TPs and stuff, so very easy to do. Everyone, I guess one thing to know on that conquest is that everyone has to be present for the boss kills in order to get credit for the conquest when you kill the last boss under the time limit. So just make sure that if you are like doing TP organization, you're not overwriting your TPs and stuff like that. You can go into more detail if anyone needs to know about that. Next up, the Thrill/Superhuman returns, which is your Greater Rift 45 completion without any set items. So no class set equipped, no like, you know, pairings like Focus and Restraint or Istvin's paired blades, any of that, like no green items basically. Pardon me. So that one's often a pretty popular one. That will probably propagate most of the challenge rifts that we see throughout the season, since they like to take those for that. And then last but not least, Masters of the Universe, Masters of Sets returns, Master 8 set dungeons. This one is often very unpopular. So if you're looking for a leaderboard you can get a high ranking on, there you go. Aim for that one. Far as Haedrig's gift go, you guys know that we can predict these since it's a set rotational pattern. We've seen it multiple times now, so as we all were assuming it would be, it's confirmed for certain. The next sets will be Barbarian, Wrath of the Wastes, Crusader, Roland's Legacy, Demon Hunter, Unhallowed Essence, Monk with Raiment of 1,000 Storms, Necromancer, Bones of Rathma, Witch Doctor, Helltooth Harness, and Wizard with Talrash's Elements. This is actually a very strong set of starters, you know, minus Roland's for the Crusader. Sorry to laugh, but it's, you know, kind of the worst set for the Crusader, unfortunately, at this time. Rather the Waste, not bad. You can turn that into a T13 farming set for Barbs, although it's not technically their fastest. I guess Charge is technically faster. And you can push with that too, but it's not the most popular push setup for Barbs. Unhallowed Essence, oh my goodness. So you got Unhallowed Essence as a start set for Demon Hunters, and you've got a seasonal theme of bounties. Everyone and their mom's going to have a Demon Hunter for bounty farming because they are by far the best class for it. I'm actually going to put out a guide for Demon Hunter Unhallowed Essence bounty farming, so look forward to that. Make sure you sub to the channel so that you don't miss it. That should be coming up in the next few days. I would love to get that out to you guys so you can make the best bounty farmer ever take advantage of this seasonal theme. But yeah, Unhallowed Essence to start is going to be nuts because it's very powerful, great for everything. T13 farming, bounty farming, speed greater rifts, even pushing greater rifts. So look forward to that. Monk Raiment, this is pretty bad, I've heard, across the board. Most people are not looking forward to this. So even though monks are awesome with that Wave of Light with Sun Wukong, you're going to have to work for that through Raiment if you decide to go that way. Necro with Rathma, I mean, this leads right into the 4-player speed greater rift meta. The rat runs, as you may have heard. If you don't know what those are, it's essentially just a type of run that people utilize to get crazy amounts of experience. It's the most efficient way to grind experience in Diablo 3 at the moment. So you can get those high levels of Paragon, get your Rathma set right out the gate. So then you have your 2 Rathma Necros, and the supports have actually been changing up a little bit here and there, but traditionally speaking, the supports you see with it are a Z Necro, a support Necro, and then a Z Barb to gobble up the globes that the Z Necro produces, so that the Rathma Necros can just have all the essence in the world and keep producing amazing Singularity Skeletal Mages. There's more info on that out in the universe. I'm personally not a great fan of rat runs, so I haven't covered it much, but you can find guides on it, like Dropadooskies, for instance. Witch Doctor with Helltooth, it's pretty solid, you know, that obviously used to be, I guess maybe Arakir more so, kind of in the meta with the trash clearers of the greater rifts in the 4-player parties. Helltooth's not a bad option though. I think Arakir is still technically the strongest for Witch Doctor, so you can do something with Helltooth though. And then Talrash is actually a great setup for Wizards to start because it feeds into some of their speed setups and things, so I think Wizards are pretty happy about that one. Last but not least, you know, the frequently asked questions. Again, Season 15 starts Friday, September 21st. Like I said, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern for me in Americas, so on and so forth for your different regions. And we do have the Season 15 end date. So with the last update blog before we got the start of Season 14, they introduced this new thing where they tell us what the estimated end date will be too. And normally, again, it's something that we can kind of extrapolate, you know, a 3-month season, count out 3 months from the start of a season, and you can essentially get your end date. But they are actually giving it to us now from Blizzard. So this one here is December 16th, which is a Sunday. So seasons are looking like they will now regularly start on Fridays, end on Sundays, which is excellent. So this, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's right before Christmas time for those that observe that, right before the holidays, which is... I guess the main reason why that's interesting is that means the Season 16 could start like on near Christmas, around Christmas time. And normally Blizzard like shuts down during the holidays, so it'll be intriguing if they decide to launch a season. Maybe they're so routine now they can do it without really like having the need to man the stations, so you can just get those out. So I guess we'll see when Season 16 starts. That's getting ahead of ourselves. But that's pretty much it. That's the estimate there, and that's going to be it really for this video. I thank you for watching and sticking through with me. If you do have any questions, feel free to hop down into the comments section. I want to hear from you guys. What conquests are you going to go for? Particularly what Haedrig's gifts excite you? What class do you think you'll start Season 15 with? Particularly, how do you feel about the seasonal theme and season themes in general? What would you like to see for them? And let's chat it up. Let's talk. I am excited for Season 15. I will be playing. You know, I love those seasonal starts in particular. I like to go pretty ham at the beginning, so maybe I'll try. I'm not going to guarantee I'll do any like 24-hour type things to start out for this one, but I definitely will be going pretty ham, so you can look forward to that on the stream, which is twitch.tv/Leviathan1011. Bam! Pop that up top there. and bring it down a little bit so you can see it maybe. But yeah, so that's you know, a thing that we do. We got the stream. I'm gonna try to be a bit more regular with it going forward. I'm gonna do some like life update stuff on that later on. But again, man, the seasons roll on, dude. They keep on keeping on. I appreciate you guys again hanging out on the channel. Make sure to sub for the next video that you don't want to miss. Likely going to be a Demon Hunter guide, like I said, with UE bounty farming. Take advantage of that seasonal theme. I'll see you in the next one. Be well, be safe, and good luck on your final Season 14 stuff. Until next time, Leviathan out.